been a hot minute since I've been here. I am here. I'm just getting the camera set up, guys. It's good to be back. Holy. Did I lose my microfiber cloth? That's such a shame. Alright. Quickly robbing Peter to pay Paul. As I... Yeah, it looks respectable. That looks fine. That looks fine. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, that's so high up. I'm gonna hop on here really quickly. Check, not that. I pressed the wrong thing. All right, going to channel. Let's check the live. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Nito Spaghetto. I can put people in timeout for 10 seconds to 24 hours. Who is streaming for 24 plus hours? Mr. Corona, it is good to see you again. Noah, my boy, you know what I'm repping. Trevor, hello. Raymond, my boy, was up. All right, I gotta lower this a little bit more because it's just like it's the top of my head and that's it. Favorite I swear to God. Favorite Maldonado memory? We're going there to begin the stream, my boy. Put any Christian Javier hater in 24-hour jail? Absolutely. I might ban him straight out. Rich, we back. Kazarin, we back. Let's go. Watching the Baltimore Oilers. Yup. That's the team name. The Baltimore Orioles beat the crap out of the Angels. It's 4-1 here in the bottom of the second. My guy. Hope you're ready for another season of hearing nothing. But, man, the Angels are wasting Trout's career. Get ready for, what is it now? Going to be year 12, year 13. Wait, when was... Trout was a rookie in 2011? It was 2011 that he had the race with, the MVP race with Miggy, right? Because it was him. I'm pretty sure it's 2011. This is year... Dang, man. Trout's been around for a long time, which is kind of crazy. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I'm actually watching the streams on my phone and computer and TV. That's how amped I am. Let's go, Mr. Corona. Oh. There's another deep hit ball. That's going to be a sac fly. It's going to be 5-1 Baltimore. Dude, genuine like, here's the thing with Trout and with the Angels. And I know it's 2 innings in the first game of the season. So I'm not saying that based off of this game, but watching there's something about watching the game with your own eyes that really makes you realize how pathetic a franchise is. And I will absolutely punch down the Los Angeles Angels because they deserve it anyway. They are doing not just Trout a disservice, they're doing themselves a disservice by not trading him. Like, because if you continue to have Mike Trout on your roster, you're going to continue to lie to yourself and say, we're a move away. And they're not. They were a move away when they got Ohtani. And then that didn't work. And then they were a move away when they went out and got Rendon. And then they were a move away when they went out and got Noah Syndergaard. Like, they're not a move away. They are a billion moves away. They are a farm system away. If you trade Trout, you're going to be able to make his life not hell. You're going to make... I mean, granted, you're kind of correct there, Noah, by your saying doing baseball a disservice. But, like, beyond just, like, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not going to be relevant with Mike Trout. And it's a painful thing to swallow, but you had him and Ohtani both raking at the same time. Like, Ohtani has been in his prime for the past few seasons. But on the other hand, Trout is too nice and loyal to ask for trade. I'm not even saying for Trout to do this. I'm saying the Angels themselves as an organization are ruining their own lives by not trading Mike Trout. And that's off the glove. The inning is going to continue for Baltimore. They're doing themselves a disservice. Because, like, you think they're having fun with this? They're going to have, what, the, like, 10th straight year where they haven't made the playoffs with Trout on their team? Like, it's just... It's beyond the... I gotta now change the channel. Like, it's beyond themselves or the Trout thing. They're just hurting their own franchise. Like, do you know what you could get from Trout from a real contender? You could get their entire farm system. It's because he got injured for, like, one season, and then everyone forgot that he existed. Which is insane, but that's what happened. Hey, look, it's Kyle Tucker. Anyway, genuine question. Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Oilers. Yep, there you go. Genuine question. What would you guys want to see? I will mention it because it was brought up today that they have had no conversation with the extension, so I will put it out there. What would you want a Alex Bregman contract extension to look like, or vice versa? What would you want an Alex Tucker? I'm in mid-season form already, guys. It's bad. What would you want a Alex Bregman extension and or trade package to look like? Because I mentioned that in the prediction video. And I would like to add one more. It's not even a prediction. It feels like I'm just getting a free space. Altuve is going to break the record for home runs in the postseason for a career. Like, that's just, it's happening this year to the point where it's kind of not even a question. Like, it's happening. English is hard. It really is, man. Like, Alex Tucker gets signed to a 69-year deal for $8 trillion, 0 opt-outs. That's a bargain right there. If we're looking at historical evidence, the years are probably between 5 and 6, and the money is probably between 150 to 200. I mean, 150, or like, if you said, I would sign up right now for 175 for 5 more years of Alex Bregman. Like, I'm not even thinking about that. Because Alex Bregman's gone through this weird career arc where, like, especially lately, people I feel have been way too unjust for Alex Bregman. Because if you look around the league at third baseman, like, don't get me wrong, there are some great ones, and that's obvious. But, like, past 2 seasons, he's been 155 games, 161 games. You've got to acknowledge the fact that he stays healthy. And then of 7 years, he's been healthy for all but 2 of them. And I'm not going to count his little rookie stint in 2016. Like, since he's become a everyday player, he's played 150 games in 5 different seasons. And granted, 2020 doesn't even exist. 2020 is the most irrelevant season of all time. I understand that he was injured for some of that, but, like, chuck it out the window. And then since then, 2021, he was slightly above average, still had a great walk rate. Last year, or in 2022, he was just straight up back to being good. Last year was fine, a 122 for a third baseman, especially with the defense. Like, that's good. I like that. To be honest, I can't see Alex on another team. I mean, I think it's weird because I thought the same about Correa, especially after all the comments he made following the 2020 thing and, like, following the shoot, my brain isn't working. The sign stealing thing. I'm like, oh, no one's going to want this guy. But then clearly from him and Springer, now granted Springer made no comments about it. He was just like, yep, we are playing baseball games. But, like, Correa was so vibrantly out there just saying, like, yeah, we did it. And probably everybody else did. And if you have a problem, you can shove it up your own, you know where. Like, it was, I'm like, oh, no one's going to take him. And then everyone wanted him. Like, don't forget that he signed, like, 8 different contracts in one single season. Because everyone wanted Correa. So I can't even say, oh yeah, I don't think I could see him anywhere else. I could see Bregman elsewhere. I just straight up could. I wouldn't want to. I would very much like him to stay here. And like third baseman, what was his I'm gonna find his WRC plus last year. By the way, Ronel Blanco made the rotation, and last game against the Space Cowboys, and I understand it's against the AAA affiliate Space Cowboys, but Blanco had 19 swings and misses in his game on like Tuesday night, which is ridiculous. All right, give me Bregman. I want to see his outs above average last year. Outs above average, 78th percentile, which is good. And like, I'll say this, 2022, it was the 94th percentile. Like, his defense has been really good the past 2 seasons. And even last year, I know it's the 78th percentile with 2 outs above average. The eye test said something very different. I did not feel that he had a slightly above average. I thought he was fantastic defensively. Players on contract years turn into MVP caliber players. Yeah, that's just, yeah. I need the fans in Houston to be electric. I would imagine. Oh, I asked a question earlier. I'm in a group chat with my boy Noah right here. What do you guys think the over-under is for Tampa fans in attendance today? One of our guys said the over-under for him is like 22, and I'm smashing the under. I feel like it's going to be 19,000. Fromber time. Let's see how this goes. I'm terrified about it, man. I'm just... The value Bregman commands at a deadline, though. The BP is a little bit more of a concern for me, though. Like, that's the whole thing. Is I like Alex Bregman a hell of a lot. I'm very high on him. But I don't think you can ignore the fact that they've churned out valuable prospects. I think even right now you have enough platoon guys that you could probably, even if you didn't get a player back for Bregman who's like MLB caliber, I think you have enough guys on the bench right now that you could at least stay afloat at third base. And I'm not saying you want to just stay afloat at third base for a team that is supposed to be a World Series contender, because that's what the Astros are at the end of the day. Last year I think was an anomaly. And I say anomaly, they were 1 win away from a pennant, which is just stupid. That they were, in my opinion, as bad as they were, and they were 1 game away from a pennant. Like, that is so dumb. So not that you just want them to barely stay afloat, but you have spent a lot on players the past few years, and I think if you could get some crazy package at the deadline for Bregman, and you have a guy in AAA tearing it up, you have to do it. If you don't have a contract on the books at that point, you have to do it. Because then you get the joy. You can pay Tucker and keep that. You can pay one of the pitchers, whether you want it to be... Wait, they just gave Javier an extension, so never mind. So you could pay, theoretically, Fromber, which I think is fine, if you keep it within reason. I've been very critical of Fromber. I'm still very critical of him. I'm very... The value of the... Yeah, I already read that. Blanco just needs to put it together over full season. Blanco... Do you guys remember the Foolish Baseball video where he talks about the one guy that you just wish could get it together, man? Ronel Blanco. And this is the season it happens. Get ready for the Ronel Blanco Revenge Tour. Is he a rookie? Is he a Rookie of the Year guy? Can he be the dude that does it for them this year? Has he exceeded rookie limits yet? Damn it, he did in 2023. Dang it. We have a meme to uphold, guys. And Ronel Blanco... Yeah, I noticed that today. I completely forgot that that happened. That is wild. Doobadoo. The bullpen is a bit of concern. Oh, the bullpen. I'm so dumb, Rich. I was like, the BP. Why are you concerned about Alex Bregman in batting practice? Like, good Lord. Yeah, Altuve is going to be a 130 WRC plus hitter at minimum. If he puts up another 150, I am more than willing to just crown him the god of baseball at this point. I'm gonna be so for real. Like, he's so stupid. Gray Kessinger Rookie of the Year. Noah, I swear to God. No, the Brian Abreu, Ryan Presley, and Josh Hader trio is stupid. It's goofy. It's goofy. Also, hello, Joe Espada. Welcome to the limelight, my good boy. I'm so happy that we promoted you and not gave it to somebody else. Here comes Fromber. Fromber's the weirdest guy who has consistently gotten opening day starts. Is this the... Like, shoot, is this the third straight opening day start he's gotten? Can someone fact check me on that? This is either the third or fourth. Did he get it in only the second one, really? Who got it in 2022? No. No, are you positive? No, Rich, that's what I'm saying is so funny. Because I have such bad memories about last season for the Astros. They were one game away from a pennant. And on account of how the Diamondbacks did against the Rangers, and I'm not going to... I don't want to just beat down on the Rangers because they won the World Series, and good for them. Congratulations. That's a difficult thing to do. But the Astros would have swept the Diamondbacks. Like, just... There is no question in my mind. Dude, I gotta look it up now, because I feel like... I don't think Verlander got the opening day nod in 2022. I thought it was Fromber. Again, I am dumb, so don't take anything I say seriously. That's a bad idea. McCormick's playing, right? Thank God. He's over there in left field. That's good. You want that. Okay, why is my computer running at 2 frames a second? Or my laptop, at least. All right. Yainer Diaz revenge season coming in hot. 2023, so last season, I'm like 99% sure it was Fromber. It was. And then... If 2022 was in fact Fromber, I'm going to give Noah so much credit because I cannot remember that game at all. I mean, I remember that game. It was the Pena home run game. It was Pena and Bregman going back to back. It was Fromber. Okay, I thought it was... I can't get me here, my boy. Can't be getting me. And then the Oakland game, 8-1, pardon me, was Greinke. Greinke got the start in 21? That's wild. We are in the Yainer era. Welcome to the Yainer days. I feel bad for Corey Lee. Is he still here? Is that a mean thing to ask? Is he still there? Strike one from Framber Valdez. The umpire is already walking out to the mound. It's been one pitch, guys. Corey's in Chicago. Oh, yeah, he was a part of the... Okay, he was a part of the Graveman trade. Dude, I wish Graveman was healthy. That sucks. Like, if we had Graveman, this bullpen would be... I'd feel so much better. Strike two on Gleyber Torres. Okay, that's valid. Noah, I understand that you are correct with the statement you just said. However, would you consider... no. Let me live in my fantasy land. Let me be happy. Ball one. Yeah, but just like the Warriors in 2018 after defeating the Rockies and against the Cavaliers and LeBron. Competitive series where they go into the final sweep, I mean, OMG, Fromber throwing strikes. Astros 2024 World Series? Absolutely, man. Never forget we're after the first spring training game where Verlander threw like 2 innings and got a couple of strikeouts. And as a meme, I put in the community tab, I think it is more than fair to say that Verlander's winning the Cy Young and the Astros are winning the World Series. I will never not be proud of that. Because that was the most horseshit take I've ever had. Fromber, after going up 2-0, now runs the count full. I'm going to jump. That was the dumbest take I've ever had, and it was a total meme. But somehow, some way, I end up being right. That was one of my greatest moments. One of my finest moments on this channel. Followed up the next season by a prediction video where I couldn't have been more wrong. Swing and a miss from Gleyber Torres. Framber Valdez starts his 2024 off with a swinging strikeout. I think it is more than fair. Why are you talking to Aaron Judge? What are you telling him? What do you see? That's not good. I think it is more than fair to say, after far long evaluation, that the Houston Astros will be winning the World Series and Framber Valdez will be winning the Cy Young Award. I say after one whole didn't Juan Soto... Genuine question, was the last time Juan Soto played in Minute Maid Park the World Series? Has he played here since? Like, it's going to be a long season, boys. What do you mean by that? Because I think... Okay, and he hits Juan Soto. That's not ideal. Or did he hit the bat? He hit the bat? Played in here in September, didn't he? Like last season? That's what the Astros would have done, or would have had a chance of doing. I totally agree if they went to the D-backs. Tough, scrappy, to an extent. I loved the D-backs. I would have loved them to have won the World Series. And I'm not just trying to be that bitter fan because my team didn't win. The Rangers World Series last year, and I would honestly say it if the Astros would have won it. The Astros nor the Rangers really deserved to win that series. Like, both teams were bad. And I'll even be honest. The Astros by no means deserved to win that. Obviously, they didn't, in fact, win it. They lost the series by not winning a game at home for the second time. So they clearly didn't deserve to win the game. But also, like, that was just such a battle of mid. Played here with the Padres. I prefer the D-backs over the Rangers. I would have preferred the Diamondbacks, and not because, like, oh, boo, I hate the Rangers. I just really like the Diamondbacks. Actually, no. You know what it was, ultimately? You know the entire reason I wanted the D-backs? Because I like Evan Longoria. That's it. That is the whole reason. I love me some Longo. I'm not even a Ray guy. I mean, that's not true. I do like the Rays. I do have a couple of Rays hats over in the corner. I do got the Ray bucket hat. I do got the Randy Arozarena. I do have the chain of a player for Tampa number 5 who will not be named. So I am, in fact, a Ray guy, but I'm not a Rays fan. But, like, that was either the Rays or Baltimore's World Series to win last year. At least for the American League. And the fact that neither of them did anything was just kind of depressing. San Diego. I want to see the box score and see if... So he would have played here last year unless he was injured. Yeah, he played here last year. Okay, I could not remember. Not going to lie, the whole Garcia really made me dislike the Rangers a lot. I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad that my brain is so destroyed that it will just fill in words. So even though you said the who Garcia thing, I really read it as the whole. And walks Juan Soto. Is that like the 11th or 12th pitch of his game already? Like, this is... The Judge boos. Oof. Thoughts on Bauer having to beg to play in the majors? Listen, I'm not going to pretend I know the situation. because I really don't. But I think there is something telling that players have gone to management and basically said, please do not get this guy. I do not like this guy. Ground ball to Bregman. Throw to Altuve. It's over to first. Double play. The Astros get out of the inning. Beauteous double play from Breggs to Altuve. Nice little chopper pick by Breggs, by the way. Just nice little thing right there. Altuve with a dime over to first. That's the kind of stuff you like to see. Classic Fromber double play, dude. There's a brand, and they stick to it. No, like, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about the Bauer situation, because I do not. But by God, I do know that there have been a lot of people that have gone to, like, higher-ups within their organization and said, basically, please do not do this. I do not want him. And Bregman pointing to Boris and telling him this is a $250 million play. You think any third baseman can pick that? Hell nah. That's an MVP caliber pick right there, Scott. I'd be the best spin guy in the entire league. Like, let me cook. I could spin every single play. Franchise ground ball DS. That's the most scuffed message I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of those. That's so good. I did save... I had the roster I wanted to talk about briefly. That's bad. That's no bueno. First pitch homer. I would cry tears of joy if Altuve hits a first pitch homer. That'd be so baller. That'd be so beautiful of sweet little Jose Altuve to do. Nestor only pitched in 12 games last year. And he had a 4.65 ERA. Jeez Louise. All right, Altuve. First pitch swinging. If there was a prompt, I'd smash it every time. Oh, guys, I can't believe I forgot to mention it. What do you think of the changes to the Yankees logo by taking away the outline on the lettering? Isn't it groundbreaking? What are we going to do, y'all? Such innovation from the New York Yankees. It does look worse, Noah. You're correct. That is the proper thing to say. That's a bit outside. There's the Astro for life, Jose Altuve there. Genuinely, I can't stress it enough. I have never been... Heather! Welcome. Good to see you again. Altuve strikes out. Unfortunate. But he's aggressive. So I will say that. Not that they're problems. That is I already working against the Astros. Shake my head, bruh. Yordan in the second spot is quite interesting. I don't hate it, but I don't think that's going to be a long-term thing. I feel like Bregman before... And Yordan has a base hit. That did not take long at all. All right, Yordan Alvarez, the first base runner of the season. Not too shabby. Did it quickly. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the roster a little bit and just sort of discuss a couple of moves that I was kind of questionable about, but also, like, I get why. Because you kind of have nobody from the... everyone got hurt. Like, you could legitimately make an argument that the Astros have a borderline playoff rotation injured right now. Because if you went into the playoffs and your rotation, like, say last year, if everyone was healthy, and I know that two of the three were not, two of the three or three of the four? Or 2 of the 4 or 3 of the 4. I know that 2 of them were totally gone. But, like, last season, Verlander, McCullers, Urquidy, and Garcia is a borderline playoff caliber rotation. Like, if you go into a playoff series with that as your 4 guys on the mound, you're fine. That's perfectly good. That's more than adequate. That's a good rotation. They're all missing to start the year for the Astros. I believe you'll be getting Urquidy back. You'll get Verlander back, hopefully, by, like, May. McCullers, Christ, I hope he's back. I love Lance. I want him to be back really badly. But, like, I'm not done with Lance in the way that a lot of people are like, I'm done with this player. I'm not done, but I'm not just going to be sitting here waiting for the moment he comes back. Maton went to Tampa, which is the most Tampa-ass signing I've ever seen. Like, he's such a Ray. If a team could have a player be their mascot, it would be the Rays having Phil Maton as their mascot. That's the most Tampa Bay Ray I've ever laid eyes upon. Because if you look at the nerd statistics and you just stare at his FIP and WHIP and his expected ERA and his SIRA and his weighted on base average or the expected WOBA, you're just like, oh, stud. And then his ERA is 3. Not that that's even a bad ERA. That was like a 150 last year, which is how insane the offense was last season. Tucker fouls one off, keeps it even or a full count. That's factually incorrect because he pitched in 2021. He pitched in 21 and 22. So, like, no. But he hasn't pitched in a fat minute. The last game that he pitched for the Astros, walked to Kyle Tucker, not too bad. Is Bregman up next? I believe Bregman's batting 4th. Like, here's the thing. It's not as bad as that, oh, he hasn't pitched since the Biden administration started. But the last game he pitched was that game against Philadelphia in the World Series, which is not good by any means. And then you're also Near. I don't think did Near sign somewhere. I know he did. I know for a fact Hector Near signed somewhere. I just need to find it. The Cubs. There you go. He's going to be good for them. Cubs are low-key. They could sneak in. I don't know. I like the Cubs. Bregman down in the count 0-2, which is not ideal. What was I going to look at? We need Lance back. No, we desperately need Lance back. We'll need Verlander. But, like, he's coming back. Verlander isn't a question. Because he's not dead. Like, Verlander will be back. Lance is the player. And again, I love him to death. I've stated many different times how much Stanek went to Seattle. I've stated how much I love Lance McCullers Jr. and how biased I am towards him. And I don't enjoy being biased, and I try not to be. But he's one of them that I just can't be objective with. He's just, because when he's on, he's special, and I just adore him as a player, and from, again, I do not know him personally, I will state that. From what you can tell, from the interviews, from the podcast he has been on, seems like an amazing person, right? So I am very non-objective with Lance McCullers Jr. But I'm just kind of like, yeah, I really would like him. I really would like him to be back. I will be happy when I see him on the field. But I can't spend another season where, like in 2021, where it's like, oh, he's just going to miss maybe the first game of the Yankee series. And then all of a sudden, he didn't pitch till August of the following season. And then, oh yeah, he'll be out till May. He'll be back in like early, he's done for the year. He'll be back in spring. He'll be back at some point. I love him. I want him to be back. And if something miraculous happened and he was on the mound tomorrow, I'd cry. But I can't just spend another season longing for him. what could we get for Lance? Nothing. Like, that's the thing, is he's a good pitcher, but if I'm a team that wants him, I vaguely gesture to his injury history, and I go, I will give you one prospect. Like, I love him. Should Lance take a hometown? He did! Brother, he was coming off, because he signed the extension in 2020. He took a hometown discount is the problem, though, Corona. Like, he's making $18 million a year after this extension. I think he probably will. I think, here's the thing. He's shown absolutely no desire to leave. No desire. He's not even a Kyle Tucker guy who, like, posts about being in Tampa in the offseason where you might think, oh, he could go there. Like, I don't think Lance ever leaves the Astros. I think he genuinely is truthful when he talks about, like, oh, bury me in the H. I don't see a world where he leaves. I think he'll take a bigger discount. I think the next one could be around, like... But again, like, how much lower can you... Obviously, you can go a lot lower. Like, obviously, $18 million is a lot of money. Or 18.5, whatever he's making. I'm not saying that. But, like... He's a starting caliber pitcher, and when he's pitching and actually healthy, he pitches really, really damn good. Like, over his last 2 seasons, that was borderline. Also, if Chas McCormick hits a grand slam on opening day, I will ascend to the heavens, never to be heard from again. Just so we're clear. Big hack from Chazzy Fizz right there. Like, when Lance McCullers is on, I think in the past 2 seasons he has, like, what, a 2.8 ERA accumulatively? Because he had a 3.16 in 2021, and then in 2022 I think he had a 2.22. Like, he's been really damn... 2.27. I'm so good at Lance stats, man. So good. Like, in his past 36 games, he's got a 2.96... Lays off. Full count for Chas McCormick. He's got 235 strikeouts in that time. 210 innings. So he's rocking a K per 9 of 10.1. He's got a 3.5 FIP, which is pretty darn good. He's got a sub-3 ERA. Like, he's a really good and effective pitcher when he's healthy. And so he's not going to take something that's like $5 million because he's not an idiot. And honestly, that's just... That's bang! Chas McCormick with a 2 RBI single. The Chas McCormick MVP season has begun. It's begun, nerds. I was here from day 1. I've been out in the fields. McCormick, baby. Sorry. I do like Chas McCormick a lot. I was asked the other day, like, oh, if you could have one person to interview, it'd be Chas. There's not a question. It would be Chas. I don't know that I'd ask him a single question about baseball. Like, it can't be any worse with Lance, that is, when healthy. I mean... I feel like maybe, and again, people talk about players taking the hometown discounts to do well by the team. I also think the team can't just be so unfair to the player to where they don't do right by them. Like, I think if the Astros offered him $8 million, that'd be kind of a mean move. Like, Yainer Diaz with a base hit. The Astros are going to go up 3-0 here in the first inning. Gonna take time to check in on my Yankee fan friends and see how they're doing. A catcher that can finally hit. Beautiful. Never forget that Nestor. What was I talking about? Lance McCullers. I don't think you'd get like anything. I don't think you'd get hardly anything in a trade for Lance because you'd look at the injury history. I think if you get him somewhere around like $12 million every year, you're happy. I think that's fair when he comes time to get another contract. And then, I'm not joking. I would extend Chaz this season. I would give him money. He is genuinely good. Like, we're done. We're beyond the part of it where I'm like, hey, he's an above average hitter and he's a great defender. Like, no, he's just a really good player. Like, we are so far and beyond the, like, you know, he's above average, he's serviceable. No, he's freaking good. Like, that's where we're at now. He put up a 130 WRC plus last year. He put up an 800 OPS. His out above average is always above like 90%. I think last year was his worst and it was like 87. Like the 87th percentile. And he barely played. Like, let me find it real quick. I would extend him. Okay, it was the 87th. Whenever I think, I'm like, I don't remember a lot about baseball. Bang. Someone warming up in the Yankees bullpen. I mean, yeah. Second coming of Springer, and I stand by that. Okay, listen, I love George Springer, like, a lot. I love George Springer. I have a lot of very fond, warm, happy memories with George Springer. But, because people talk about, like, the Correa thing and how the Astros made the right idea letting him walk. I understand that Springer has been really freaking good. But also, past 3 seasons, Springer has posted a 121 WRC or OPS plus. And Chas McCormick has posted a 117, making league min. That's why it's nice to have cheap players. That's why last year every time someone was like, "Oh, they could trade Chaz," I shut it down on the spot because I'm like, "No, that's dumb as hell. Please don't do that. That makes absolutely no sense." And if you look at Springer, so this is very cherry-picked, and I understand that I'm very cherry-picking here, but I'm going to cherry-pick it anyway. In the first 5 seasons of George Springer, he posted a 130 OPS, an above 130 OPS plus once. And McCormick, in 3 years, has done it once. Now, granted, Springer has a couple in the 120s, but that is very interesting. Also, how many OPS? 840, 840, 840. The first 5 years, Springer only had an 840 OPS once, whereas Chaz has also done it once. Kazrin, buddy, I am devastated that you're leaving us, but have a good one, my boy. I expect to see you tomorrow, because we are doing this again. Imagine if Chaz plays a little bit more. A spot has said that he's playing every game. Or not every game. He's an everyday player. Side note, and this is going back to last year when I was talking about Chas McCormick, and it was wild, the Chas McCormick discourse that we were having last year. By the way, this is what happens when you've been so good for so long that you just kind of get bored as a fan base and you start infighting. Because I was getting lit up when I was begging for McCormick to be played. But last season, I talked about McCormick deserving to be an everyday player, and some old talking head came in the comments and was throwing like, why would you play a player every single day? And I'm just staring at my phone in disbelief that this person couldn't comprehend the concept of an everyday player being metaphorical. And, like, no, it just means that you start him for the majority of it. Like, it was wild. Anthony Rizzo draws a walk. Incredible what Anthony Rizzo can do when he doesn't have a concussion. That shot was brought to you by the Yankees medical staff. No, McCormick was really freaking good last year. He went from being a solid player in his first 2 seasons to genuinely great last year. The Dusty propaganda worked on old folks, not so much the new folks. I wouldn't even say the Dusty propaganda. But that was the weirdest thing to me, because, like, if anything, I would think that people that were in the older crowd would have been totally on board for the, like, oh yeah, you gotta run the young kids out every day. They don't need rest, they need more work. And, you know, complain that a player got scheduled rest days and played 150 games instead of 162 like they used to. So it was strange to me that when they were talking about giving McCormick rest days, people in, like, the older community, I feel bad saying any variation of, like, people that were not in their 20s. Like, people who were older were just like, oh, he's got to earn it. And I'm just like, he did. Ground ball up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Volpe. Is it Volpe or Volpe? Or not Volpe, but like Volpe. I've heard both. Volpe. Huh. Again, I had the weirdest take, and I'm not like, oh, I had weird takes and I was wrong. I just had weird takes last year because the season that played out before us in 2023. That's not ideal. Yankees are probably getting on the board here. Nope. Don't run on Chaz McCormick, buddy boy. Fromber is falling apart, which is kind of traditional anyway. Fromber in midseason form already. Can't wait for this somehow to turn into a quality start and people tell me how he's a good pitcher because he went 6 innings of, like, 2 strikeout, 4 walk ball, and gave up 3 runs in 6 innings. Cannot wait. But, like, that's how weird the season that was presented to us as a community was last year. Where, like, I didn't want Dusty fired because I felt that was wrong to him. But also, I did not want him managing. Like, if he would have just said, hey, I would like to leave, I would have been fine. Like, that was the most, if he could have just been like, what if okay. That one's in the dirt for Framber Valdez. This is getting nerve-wracking. Throw it out there that Peter Parker Mashinsky made the team. But it's fun. It's a little fun bit of lore. This is Fromber sometimes. More than sometimes. Like, okay, get the swing on Trevino. What is the Yankees lineup? Like, how soon before it turns over? Hey, Tampa's got a 1. It's 7-1 Baltimore. Good God. Brother. All right, you got Trevino and Oswaldo Cabrera. He's still there? That's insane. Ground ball to Pena, Altuve. Oh my God. All right, it's going to be the same thing as always, everybody. Absolutely not. Dusty was done regardless. He gets in his own head. We are watching peak Framber Valdez. It's been one game, guys. It's been one game. It's been 2 innings, not even one game. And I'm already losing my mind. I'm already in panicked form. It's going to be a great year, everybody. So excited to be back for another year. Framber Valdez right now has given up 4 base runners in 2 innings, gotten 1 strikeout, given up 2 hard hit balls, and somehow not allowed a run. That is such a Framber stat line. I will say, because like I wouldn't even say that I put on a show. I just I get more involved in these live stream games than I do the normal games. Because ultimately, I think it means for the same reason that like when you go to a game in person, it means more. Like it feels very different. Like when the Rangers lose, because like I just went to a game in Tampa for the Rangers and Lightning. Like they lost the game before that and I didn't care, or like the game after that and I didn't care. But when you're there, you care so much about if they win or lose, and it's just a total. It's like I don't know. It just feels different to watch it live, but I also would say that doing these streams has the same like energy as when I watch the games in person. Which ultimately is a testament to you guys, because you give me the atmosphere of being at the game, which is incredible. Release new work for him? Probably. Here I thought Framber would be a disaster without Maldi. Turns out he's doing a... Brother. Corona, you're lying. That's not a real statistic. He didn't hit any in the postseason? Did he not hit a postseason home run? Myers. Holy hell. Is that on the tracks? My voice is already cooked because of McCormick. Jake Myers with a solo nuke. Maybe on top of the tracks. And the Astros have a 4-0 lead in the second inning over the Yankees. And all of a sudden, that one post from, I think it was MLB.com, Dana Brown Masterclass. Here's Altuve. That's simply not a strike, Blue. That's not a strike. They were feeling good about Jake in spring training. I definitely know that. And like, that was a daddy hack. That was an insider too. Like, that wasn't a meatball. Like, good job of getting the hands in, Jake. Oh boy. Yeah, McCormick and Jordan look so similar, Weston. How everyone gets them mistaken for each other. Bro, it's actually been that long for Pena. Holy crap. Holy crap, it's been since July 5th. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. Pena was drafted by the Braves. That's wild. postseason batting. And he didn't in the postseason. Holy crap. Jordan kind of flares one, just got under it, went out and kind of toe poked it, hockey brain. Went out and poked it out the judge in center. Dude, Pena's gotta just simply get it together. There's no polite way to say it. Also, the Chas McCormick and Yainer Diaz combo is going to be filthy. Wait. Fucking MLB The Show. Gonna click off that. Tucker fouls one back. It'll go into the stands. Listen, I did not exactly know. Okay, man. Oh, no. You're ahead of me a slight bit. That's simply not a strike, and Tucker is going to inform him that it is not a strike. Listen, I know that it never will happen. I would really like, just for once, the player to be like, that wasn't a strike, and the umpire be like, I wasn't watching, and then just redo the pitch. That'd be such a good moment. Just, that wasn't a strike. You know, you might be right. I kind of... Hey, yo, anyone else get the U Theory fish oil commercial? Did anyone else just see the U Theory fish commercial? And follow-up question, did anyone not think that it was a fish at first with the weird shaping of the fish gills? Did anyone for a brief moment just think they were given something very not fun on their television to look at? Was that just me? That wasn't the best moment of my life. Okay, obviously it's only 4-0 and it's only the second inning, or after the second inning. But currently the game win probability is 87.2% in favor of the Astros, which is kind of funny. That Jake Myers home run was 110 off the bat, hit 415 feet deep with an expected batting average of 1,000 and gone in 30 of 30, which is crazy. I want to see. Still 7-1 in the Baltimore game. The Reds are up 3-0. The Giants are up 1-0 over the Padres. The Los Angeles Gamblers have a 2-0 lead over the Cardinals. Tyler Glasnow has 7 swings and misses already. Glasnow is kind of cooking right now, guys. He's got 3 Ks, no walks. He's having a pretty nice day for old Glasnow. Not too shabby. Rays are up 1-0. Minnesota's up 2-1. White Sox are losing the battle of the... Brantley! I am really sad that I don't have the volume on because I'm doing the stream and I don't want to get content matched. But Brantley's in the booth and my heart is happy. And the Miami Marlins and Pittsburgh Pirates are fighting in a 2-0 or a 2-2 game, regular season. Brantley should be the hitting coach. I would have been so chill with that. Isn't Maldonado in Chicago now? Wait a minute. Timeout, go back. There's no way that he isn't the hitting coach in 3 years. He's just vibing with the team, guys. Like, he's just there. Like, he retired, but then was just like, but I would still like to be here. Like, there's no way he isn't the hitting coach in a couple of years. Maldonado is batting in today's lineup for the Chicago White Sox. And that should tell you everything you need to know about the Chicago White Sox. He is our Ichiro. He can be our Ichiro any day that he wants. Guys, never forget that Michael Brantley single-handedly won them the 2022 World Series because he went to the team as a whole and said, "What are you doing?" Like, after Game 3, he walked into the locker room and just said, "I'm not mad. I am severely disappointed in you all." And then they got it together. That is quite the jacket. Is that Michael Brantley's wife? That is quite the jacket. Let's think about the future. Who will be the bench coach for Omar Lopez, and why is it Maldi? Listen, we as a how's Dusty's new team doing? That is quite the way to say. Brantley said he's officially a little league coach. Aw. What was I gonna say? I think the Giants are up 1-0. Yeah, it's 1-0 Giants. Anyway, the thing is, like, I said a while ago that it was probably going to be Maldi. I don't know that he should be... Very nice inning from Framber Valdez to get out of the third. I talked about Maldi maybe as a bullpen coach. Like, that was a discussion I had because you can say a lot about what you will with his game calling. You can say a lot about what you will with his hitting. Bullpen guys loved him. Like, the team as a whole did clearly like him. And MLB needs its own Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift moment. All right, here's what we need. Olivia Rodrigo and Julio Rodriguez need... I understand he's in a relationship. He needs to think about the bigger picture. What I am... Listen, man. Actually, wait, no, because Travis Kelce, the second he and Taylor Swift started dating, won the Super Bowl. Okay, let me change that answer. Jeremy Pena. Congratulations, you are now in a relationship with Olivia Rodrigo. I'm sorry to tell you. I know it might not be your favorite thing, but it's for the betterment of the team. Oh, look, the Fishman is back. Sorry, I just need a... Ah, darn it, I missed it. Trying to have some banter. Now, we gotta have some banter. Look, I would totally be chill. Listen, I can't escape it. Like, my brand... I love the Astros, and I love the Rangers. And on here, my brand... On this channel, my brand is Astros. Like, obviously, that's the majority of where the views come from. That's where, like, 99% of the subscribers are. I think it's funny that the majority of you guys are Astros fans and Houston fans, but watch some of the Jet videos because you pity me. And then are slowly but surely... My dream, I have two. I genuinely, there are two things that I've dreamt about with this channel. One, I want to sell out a section of Minute Maid Park with subscribers. And I want us to get a thick chat chant going. And I want Jeff Blum and Todd Callis to have to address it on the broadcast. And mainly because I want some random intern who works for the Astros, upon hearing 40,000 people chant it, not that they would start at 40,000, I'm not that self-absorbed, but like starting with a little section and then eventually everyone chanting it. Because I want some random intern who has no idea who I am to have to scramble to try and find what the hell thick chat means. That's one of my dreams. And then secondly, I want to just like make a pocket of Houston Ranger fans so that there is this random weird little pocket in Houston, Texas of New York Ranger fans. And everyone is confused. That's the two things I want from this channel. But, so like on this channel, I am obviously the Astro guy. But in my day-to-day life, people know me as the Jet guy. And it's because I've been a Jet fan the longest of any team. I was a Jet fan in like 2009. And so from the normal day-to-day, I'm a Jet guy. So I can't escape it. Or like something will come up and someone will just look at me and go, Jets. And I'm like, I'm ending it. Chaz gets into one, sent deep to right, but still not near the warning track. Juan Soto gets under it. We had our moment with Verlander and his wife when we won the World Series. I mean, that was 17, but still. 17 and 22, really. I think you already have a section filled out. I think I do. I'm like 99% sure I have a section. Because we have 14, and I gotta be honest, I would imagine that like 1,350 of them are Astro people that are here for that, and then like a tiny little sect are Jet and Rain. If that, honestly. I would even be surprised if it was that many. And now I want to check it out. Minute Maid Park section capacity. L.A. No shot, the man is back. The man, the myth, the goat has returned once more. Alright, 1 second. 41,000. Okay, there's no shot that that's true. I don't like to see Weston suffer, but holy crap, the Jets don't make it easy. Dude, I long for the day that they're not the punchline of the day. Like, I was off in a different part of Florida. I was having a nice day. I kicked the camera. I was having a nice day off over in Tampa, relaxing, being with my family. And then I look at my phone, and it's not my friends. It's not this weird little part of Twitter making a meme. It's ESPN, and it's like, quarterback and vice president, and I just immediately knew. I don't even think I had to read the article. I just knew that it was gonna be Aaron Rodgers. Because I can't escape this team making my life difficult. And I understand that they are a baseball team. Or not a baseball team, they are a football team. The baseball team I root for makes my life easy. Because they're good. Like, they're actually fun to watch. The Jets? Nah. Nah. Do the Jets go O-line or wide receiver with their first pick? Well, on account that, you know, if the Jets really wanted to make the most helpful move, with the first pick they have in the draft, I think it's the 10th overall pick, they would select a grass field instead of turf! That's the first overall pick I want to see them go for. Because people are talking about, oh, well, you know, the Jets O-line last year, they got to go with O-line so that Rodgers doesn't get hurt again. Listen, I understand the O-line was bad. That should have just been a tackle. It should have been a sack. But instead, just wait until the World Cup. I heard a rumor that they're going to make it a grass field for the World Cup and then go back to turf. I heard that, Noah. That's a rumor. I don't think so. What about that beautiful man's mustache? Wait, is it still a beautiful mustache, or did he do something cancelable? Because I haven't been paying much attention to the Jaguars. Aside the fact from me cosplaying their quarterback, I don't really pay attention to them. I feel like it's going to be bad. On the bright side, Aaron Rodgers has a cool nickname now, the Vice President. Well, the last time we had a player whose nickname involved public office was Jamal Adams. And that didn't end well. Actually, that did end well, because I'm sorry, Corona, all I see is just his son has a Twitter account, and now I'm terrified. What did he say on X? His son be tweeting a lot. Oh, God. Okay, my important question. If I look it up, can I read it on can I read it on camera, or is it like, don't read it aloud? Because I'm kind of terrified. Bregman really tried to just let that go foul, and then it just bounced. Holy hell. A topic you're not interested in? What's his name on Twitter? Because I would like to read it. Shout out to 2 hours ago when Space City Sports on Twitter tweeted that he had a weird feeling Jake Myers would get the first Astro Bomb of the year. What a guy. I'm not looking forward to this. Down the line, Tucker has it. Throws in. Judge with a really weird little tag up play where he looked like he wasn't going to and then did. I see him reposting a lot, but I don't particularly see... He posts a lot about AEW. That's like a lot about that. Holy. Oh, yeah, like every day of my life. No, dude, everyone. Other Weston. I need you to understand. I wore a jet hat, so I play rec hockey for fun, right? So I'm walking into a game, and I have a jet hat on because, I don't know, everyone else, like everyone else in my locker room will wear a hat, you know, and usually they're just like for whatever. Like one guy has a Flyers hat for the Philly NHL, or yeah, for the Philly NHL team, or like whatever, you know, branded hats or Bass Pro hats. Bass Pro hats are popular. But like everyone's got a hat that they'll wear into the locker room. And so I wore my jet hat in. I was so proud. It's like my favorite hat that I have. It's the old Jet logo too, like the throwback. I think it is a very, very nice looking hat because I love that old logo. So I'm feeling good heading in. There's a walk to Volpe. Bases loaded. I realize that a lot of this is barely talking about the game, but like, yeah, like, dude, I'll get back to Fromber. I'm gonna finish the hat story because it looks like Miller's gonna go out to talk to Valdez, so hopefully that goes well. Like, I wore that jet hat in and I was so proud of it. I was so happy to be wearing that. I get out of my car, I get to my trunk, and someone makes fun of it. I'm walking in the door, and someone else makes a joke about it. I sit down in the locker room, and the third guy... I had 3 different people crack about it before I got on the ice for the game. Like, it's awful. And, like, half of the people that make fun of the Jets hat, you can clearly tell are making fun of it. And then half of them just treat it like it almost knocked over the table that my laptop and phone are sitting on. That would have been a lot of fun. Like, half the people, you can clearly tell, are just making a lighthearted joke about it. And then the other half treat it like it's an actual thing in my life. Like, it's... And I don't mean to say this as, like... I don't mean to oversell it, because that's not what I mean. But, like, people will talk about it in reference to it, like, being a disability almost. Like, that's the way they talk about it. Like, one dude just said it could be worse and then vaguely gestured to it when talking to someone else. And, like, didn't even crack a grin or, like, chuckle. Just like, yeah, it could be worse. Points at me in the hat. And I'm like, what? What is happening? I've told this story like a dozen times. I'm sure I said this in last year's streams for the playoffs. But there are a bunch of families from this school that know me well and know that I'm a Jets fan. Because I love the Jets, obviously. I talk about the Jets. And there was one family, and I love them to death. They are, like, the coolest family we got there, and I'll say that without stuttering. And they know that I'm a huge Jet guy. And I see them the day after the injury. Like, that happened on a Tuesday night, or a Monday night. There's no goddamn way. Double play and they're out of it. Dude, I know people are gonna be like, oh, that's old Fromber. Guys, this is... Good God! Anyway, I saw them the next day, and the mother looks at me, and out of the gate just goes, hey, Wes, face drops. I am so sorry about Rogers. Like, as if my loved one had died. Like, her tone changed, her face genuinely dropped. And was just like, I am so sorry. The second I heard that, I was thinking about you. And I'm just like, this is my life. This is where I'm at in society. Is I am the Jet guy, and everyone knows to pity me. Which, like, you know, fair. I can check his FIP right now, Noah. Right now. When am I coming to Houston? Soon. I would genuinely like... I don't know if it's going to happen, because I am pretty sure... I talked about it briefly in the Ranger stuff. I don't know how many of the Astro guys saw that. I went to this little neato spaghetti country down in South America called Panama. Or is it... I guess Central America, pardon me. But I went to Panama in late February, and it was super awesome. I'm hoping to go again in August for like 2 weeks. Which is going to be crazy to not make Astros videos, or if I do, like, it'll be... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, really weird little things. I have influence. Oh, yeah. Over, like, people knowing that I'm a Jets fan, 100%. No, I'm going to Panama in, like, hopefully, August. So, like, if I were to make a trek, it might have to be, like, the last homestand of the year, maybe? Or, like, July. But I feel like July, Houston is just too freaking hot. Maybe I can... Oh, guys, what am I thinking? I can do it in the van. That's another story we'll talk about. I got new lore. Wait, is Alex here? Alex, I got new lore. And the Philly trip. I desperately need Alex to be here for the lore book. Ground ball. Diaz grounds out. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm going to look up Fromber's FIP right now. Because you can do that on Fangraphs. I forgot. How could I forget Fangraphs? Fram. There is a ripper. And Jeremy Pena is going to be thrown out, going to... No, he isn't. He's safe. I mean, he was... If that would have even been slightly on target, he would have been thrown out, but... Okay, I'll tell the story multiple times, but I will need Alex to be here because it has to go in the lore book. So I'll talk about the story now, and then I'm sure I'll talk about it in, like, tomorrow's game. Because I need my boy here. So last Monday, like a week ago from Monday, I was driving home from hanging out with a buddy of mine, and... I don't know how many people are aware of my car. I had, and the key word is had, a Mustang. And I loved that car. It was my baby. And I was coming home at a four-way stop, and some dude peeled a stop sign and totaled my car. I was in perfectly mint condition. It was a miracle. I was fine. But the car is very much dead. And in its place, I currently have the handy dandy white murder van. It's a 2000, no, pardon me, it is a 1999 white Chevy Astro van, completely walled in. There is one window in the car, like not counting the two doors in the front windshield. There is one on the sliding glass, or the sliding door on the passenger side. It looks like a van that's the last thing a child sees before getting abducted. It looks bad. And it is an Astro van, so I named it after one of our players who I feel looks like an Astro van. So I named it Evan, for Mr. Evan Gaddis, and it doubles as a pun because Ivan. I'm very proud of that joke, by the way. So currently, I have that. And I kind of want to road trip in it. And so I'm so for real. A July road trip or like an August road trip to Houston in the weird murder van might be the move. So like also if I do decide, I'd want to decide like a couple months in advance and then pick a spot like where I'd be sitting. So like say well in advance, like okay, I'm going to be sitting in section, I don't know any of the Minute Maid Park sections. Just say 225. And then, like, try to get as many of us there as I could. Because that would be the move. I would love that. The Weston Tour van. You saw it, right, Noah? I sent it to you. I'm pretty sure. Like that's yeah, you saw it. I'll pull up a picture for you guys because it's so freaking beautiful. I have now gotten some stickers for the back. I put a Bigfoot sticker on it. And I put a turtle. And I put a 7 Brew coffee sticker. So if any of you are from like the South or Arkansas, you know what 7 Brew is. Anyway, here's the new whip for y'all. His name is Evan. So it doesn't look the most promising. A lot of people give you eyes when you're in it. Need the Mustang GT soon, unless it completely. Listen, I want a Mustang again, and I'm gonna get a Mustang again. I want the van too. Like, I want to just have it there. And the good thing is, my family is big enough and, like, does enough weird stuff that we would find use for having it. So, like, I'm keeping the van. But I'm getting the Mustang. Because I can't be... Guys, I have an internship at a high school. Do you understand the scenes of me pulling up to a high school in that van? Are you aware of the repercussions? Like, do you comprehend what would happen if I show back up as all of these teenagers are leaving the school in that van? It's gonna be suspicious. That's how I get questioned by the authorities. And I'm not about that. I actively have a request out for some dude on... or, like, asking about a Mustang. Because I am trying to find one. Because I need one back. Because despite... Don't get me wrong. Corona. Ease up there, bud. Ease up. That's getting caught in 4K, alright? I'm not going through an EDP arc or a P. Diddy arc. I'm not doing this. I promise you guys. But you definitely catch a lot more looks in a van. Like, it's funny. Like, there was someone, I would have assumed, like, junior high age kid riding a bicycle. And, like, I pulled up to a crosswalk where I probably have the right of way, but I was like, whatever, I'll let the kid go because, like, they have momentum and he doesn't have to stop. And so I motioned them, and the look as they're just the entire way through the crosswalk of, like, nope, this ain't good for me. I don't want to get in the van there, Mr. Sir. Also, it's a little bit delayed because it hasn't updated yet. It's only got 2 innings, Noah, but do you want to guess Fromber's FIP? Last I checked. Because I have it. Would you like to make a calculated guess? The subtext here is I want you to. Actually, any of you can. You all should make a guess at the FIP. It's great. Nah, I'm feeling a good game out of Javi. I talked extensively. What? What? Okay, that's whack. What? What? Did the internet only go out on my laptop? Did the stream ever crash for any of you? Whose childhood has been ruined by the recent Nick documentary, like Nickelodeon? Or... So the stream never crashed for any of you. That's so weird. So it didn't go down for anyone else, but my computer lost connection. Not my phone, not my other phone, like my old phone that I used to stream. Not the TV. That's so freaking weird. I have not watched it. Also, though, like, a lot of my memories were Disney, so I'm not sure if it would. Like, I liked the low-hanging fruit. Drake and Josh is iconic. iCarly was fantastic, but that was it. I wasn't a Nickelodeon kid, folks. I was a Disney kid. I liked the worst shows. I watched things like Dog with a Blog and Ant Farm and Kicking It actually was just a good show. I'm not gonna tell you anything. Like, that show actually was just lit. But I watched things like that, and Phineas and Ferb and Gravity Falls, which again are actually just straight up good shows. I don't even have to lie to you about that. But I was a Disney guy. So I probably wouldn't be affected. Okay, listen, I wasn't a PBS kid. I was a Thomas the Tank Engine kid. And honestly, when I tell people that, they usually just go, that makes sense. Which is highly offensive, but you know, I can't really argue. Yeah, so last I checked, Fromber's FIP for this game, through 2 innings, so it hasn't updated recently, is a 7.8. And I would assume that it's still probably like 7. Because he has blown. What? That's okay, that's really wild. Like, hey, elite show. I'm not joking. I liked that show a lot. Like, I liked when they were in like the normal school and then they went to the weird school. It was in like the big hotel. Like, that was neat. I liked that show a lot. Okay, Fromber has given up 5 walks in 4 innings. I think that's going to be the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. 10 base runners in 4+ innings. He's still trying to get through this. Nah, dude, Thomas was an elite show. I still love Trains. Like, it's such a good show. And Okay, Noah, I need to know. I might have asked you this. I might not have. Hey. Guys. Look who it is. Seth Martinez looms in the bullpen. I can't wait. Okay. Yeah, you're smart. You did a good thing. Like, a lot of bad things happened. I liked Ant Farm a lot. I am happy that nothing happened. Because that would just be horrifying. And Juan Soto puts one over into right. Tucker throws it in. Will they hold him to 1? They'll hold him to 1 run, which is good. But Yankees are on the board, still have the bases loaded. Noah, I'm sending you a post of the Rays unveiling their new banner for the wild card of 2022, and I just need you to listen to how quiet it is. Like, that is insane. 11-1 in the Orioles game. The Mike Trout hit is the lone hit the Angels have. That's not... That's fun. That's fun, is what that is. Alright, you guys do that. Judge swings and misses to go down 0-2. If you can realistically get out of this inning only down, like, or only giving up a couple of runs, you're pretty darn lucky. No, that's so crazy, isn't it? Got Aaron Judge to go down on strikes. That's a big out. And now, I swear to God, if he turns another double play. That's like celebrating MLB spring training champs. Dude, I'm not trying to be the old head that's like, oh, everybody gets a participation trophy these days. Everyone gets a trophy for doing anything. But like unveiling a wild card banner for blowing your series lead, your division lead, because didn't they lead the division into like June? And I understand that the Orioles went on a great run and won 101 games, and I think we're the only team in the American League to win over 95. I think they were the only team to win more than 90, actually. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. But didn't... Okay, the Rays won 90. Okay, I was trying... Because I was thinking about... No, I'll tell you what I did. I was thinking about division winners. I was thinking about, like, oh, the Astros won 90 and they were the second seed. But I forgot that the way the seeding would work out is, yeah, the Rays would still have to be a wild card. But listen, I'm not trying to tell you not to be happy that you won 99 games. But you had the division on lock until, like, July. And then you coughed it up. And then you made the postseason for the second time in a row. And you scored 1 run in 2 games as you got your ass stomped out of them. You don't get a banner for that. I'm sorry. Like, there are teams that get killed in the playoffs that deserve a banner. You know? What's the name? The Mariners got swept out of the playoffs by the Astros in 2022. They deserve the banner. Because they broke the curse, and they got there. They should get a banner for that. No question. Like, the Marlins last year, they deserve a banner for that. Like that, yep, those teams get it. You don't get to win 99 games to blow it the way they did. Another strikeout by Framber Valdez on Giancarlo Stanton. That's pretty darn nice. You don't get to biff your division lead the way the Rays did. To get killed in the first round of a playoff series. And I don't want to hear, oh, they were missing Wander Franco. Get out. Like, he was good. He wasn't that reason of sucking good. And to put a banner up for it is just, like... That is the most Mickey Mouse and... That's unfortunate. Anthony Rizzo gets hit by a pitch. Another run will walk home. How do you miss that badly? That was not good. And I can play the audio from it. I don't think I'll get copyrighted. It's not just how quiet it is, it's how quickly it dies. Like, the 15 fans that applauded for that, applauded for it for like 10 seconds and then just stopped. That's incredible. And Framber's day is done. He is responsible for all 3 base runners. Hey, speaking of, they'll give a trophy to anyone these days. Framber getting a standing O for that game is not it. Listen, no. No, I'm sorry. You got to give a standing O to everybody then. If 4 1/3 inning or 4 2/3 innings of 6 walk, 5 strikeout ball with somewhere between 2 and 5 runs given up is standing O worthy, you got to give everyone a standing O. Like, nah. Also, Corbin Burnes finishes his first game with the Orioles. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. Brother. That's bad. Boy, Eflin really... What happened? We're asking the important questions. I really liked China. I really liked her. Honestly, any of the three. I liked them all. I like China, I like Fletcher, I like Olive. They were all good. They actually... I haven't watched it in forever, so maybe they didn't, and I'm just misremembering it. They all felt like they actually had chemistry, which a lot of Disney shows just don't get. Like, I watched Dog with a Block, but no one on that show had an ounce of chemistry with each other. But like, the three on Ant Farm, no. They felt like they actually, like, were a group of people that got along. Like, they looked like... They sold the characters being friends. I will give them credit. No, I can't wait for tomorrow for Javier to go, like, 7 innings of 2-run ball, but they lose 2-1. He'll get 11 strikeouts, give up 1 walk, but he'll get booed off. It's gonna be the most BS thing. Like, so help me. Also, Martinez now 3-0 count on Volpe. And there's a bases loaded walk to make it 4-3. No. Don't you dare. Don't. Can you don't? Because why not let Fromber finish the inning? Brother, he walked 2 people in the inning and then hit another. What do you mean why not let him finish it? Like, he blew chunks. I don't think I would have gone to Martinez, by the way. Like, I don't think that's the move. But why not have Fromber finish it? He was stinking up the joint. Yeah. Check swing on Alex Verdugo. Cool. Where are the 2020? It's water, guys. Don't worry. Montero was the move, I think. Not Martinez. And I'm a big Martinez guy. But Martinez is a good guy in long relief. I think you go, honestly, I wouldn't have even been sad if you would have went with someone like Presley in that move, or in that situation. And you might think I'm crazy, but like, and this is a debate that I think has come up recently within like sabermetrician arguments, where you want your best pitcher to come in the most high leverage important situation. I wouldn't have even been against Presley right there, because it's bases loaded with the tying run on second. Like, why not go to Presley right there and then have him get out of the inning? I'm so sad that Hector left and then Brian Abreu being suspended for I totally forgot. Like, that was so far out of my mind, it's insane. And Hector leaving sucked. Like, that really was not. That just sucked. Him and Stanek leaving was a vibe killer. Not even gonna lie. And then, never mind, Joe Espada sucks at managing. Get rid of him, fire everyone, sell the team. No World Series, average Twitter user. What's Twitter? I'm on this thing called X, Mr. Corona. I am not familiar with what you're referring to. Montero. Parker Mashinsky. Have you considered? Have you thought about? Alright, so who we got? Taylor Scott. That's a player. I don't know who you are. We're going to look up Taylor Scott. Everybody. I know what you're thinking, which is, Weston, didn't you watch in spring training? How don't you know who Taylor Scott is? No. No, we ain't doing that. I will be so for real with you all. I might have watched like a handful of spring training at bats. No games. Travis Scott? No? Are we back to living at home? Don't say that. Nestor is still in the game. Huh. Yordan Alvarez rips one at Rizzo. Oh. That could have been so bad. Nah, Nestor Cortez got so lucky right there. That was such a sketched out move with Rizzo and him. Like, if he is a touch closer, that could have been, I mean, season altering for him. And I'm not trying to, like, oversell it, but that could have been bad. Dooba-dooba-doo. I'm scrolling down to relievers. Taylor Scott, noted Astros pitcher from South Africa. Spent time in Seattle, Baltimore, San Diego, the Dodgers, Boston, and spent last year with Oakland. Cool. Well, this guy has a total of 41 innings pitched in Major League Baseball. He is the next Corona. I could put you in timeout, and I would be justified, just so we're clear. I would be in the right, just so we're on the same page with each other. Yeah, Taylor Scott. That's the new hero. I know he's only pitched in 39 total games and has a 9 ERA over his... Okay. Well, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. But have you considered that this guy who I am learning about right now, who has negative 1.3 F-WAR, he is going to be the hero. Bats have gone a little bit cold. Nasty Nestor has settled in. And, dude, okay, but have you considered that they're just, the Astros bats are so big brain. Have you considered? Let me put the knee up like a cool uncle. Have you considered that the Astros bats remember from last year the 10-run curse? And they didn't want to go too hard early on because they're going to accidentally score some runs in, like, the 7th and the 8th and maybe the 9th, depending on how this ends up going. See, Crane won't spend money over the cap, but he will spend money on getting our guys some PhDs to big brain their way through the season. And they done figured out the 10-run curse. Do I still have the tinfoil hat? Or am I going to have to make another 10-run? Am I going to have to make another tinfoil hat? Dude, it's coming back, and you know it's coming back. We'll never escape the 10-run curse. That's just... It's here forever. Oh, that's so good. Now, the 10-run curse is coming back. I would prefer them not to choke this and, like, listen, man. I really would like a day, like just a game to start the year where I'm not already being planted with the seeds of doubt of this team. Like I'm really just Montero time. Is that it? Is it gonna be Montero? Brother. Brother. Alright. Here we go. Framber was looking both good and... No, he was looking bad. Listen. I am not going to call him wasted for the season. Framber was really bad. It took him like what, 80 pitches to get through 4 2/3, like 86. Gave up 6 walks in not even 5 full innings. He got a couple of strikeouts. I'll give him that credit. But out of control. I know at least one of the ground ball double plays was a hard hit ball. He was all over the place. And I really hate to say it. The rotation after seeing this game, if I'm Joe Espada, the first thing I'm thinking of watching the Framber outing from today is, okay, we've got to stay afloat until the guys get healthy. We've got to stay afloat until Verlander and McCullers are back. Why couldn't they start on the road? So real. The rotation is cooked. Again, there is a literal all-star caliber rotation on the IR for the Astros right now. Like, never forget Framber Deja Vu. It's back. Yeah. It's back, guys. Like, Nestor Cortez has been equally as awful. I'll tell you that. Because he's given up 8 hard hit balls in 5 innings, couple of walks, the 4 runs. And Oswaldo Cabrera ties the game. All right. So, if I'm Dana Brown, I'm calling the Angels. And I'm saying, hey, what do you want for all of your middle relief? We know you're going to be bad. Okay. So, I'm beside myself. I gotta level with you. That's insane. That they had a 4-0 lead after the second inning, and the bats went dead. Okay, listen. You bring up a valid point. Then we can get noted lover of baseball Anthony Rendon for Alex Bregman. Ground ball to Pena. Like, listen, I'm not going to eat Montero alive because it's one bad pitch. Now, it was a very bad pitch. I'm not going to lie to you. But it was one inning. Now, if he gives up another one, that's a different story. Like, who blaming in case they lose? Hector Neris for not being here. That's who we're going to blame. Anyway, like, it's the first game, so obviously you're not going to make a knee-jerk reaction. But if you call a team, I think what you're going to do if you're the Astros is you're going to look for a team that has too much starting pitching and no third baseman. And then you're going to call them and you're going to say, hey, couldn't help but notice that you have a lot of really good starting pitchers and not a lot of good third basemen. And then they're going to say, yep, you're right. And then you're going to tell them, hey, crazy idea. What if you give me blank pitcher and I give you Alex Bregman? And they're going to say, that's a bargain and a half. And then you're both going to be happy. Ground ball. Like, again, it's a bad inning because he gives up the run. It wasn't horrible from Montero. It was a bad inning because he gave up the run, but this wasn't this crazy inning of base runners. It sucks. It's not good. I'm not going to throw in the towel on Montero for the season yet. I'm not throwing in the towel for Fromber yet on the season. But the thing that gives me fearful, or makes me fearful, is Fromber showed a lot of struggle last year and a lot more struggle in the postseason. And then out of the gate, he does this where he gives up 6 walks in 4 2/3 and a bunch of hard contact and like 11, 12 base runners. And he also hits a guy. And you gotta have in the back of your head, hey, because I'm trying to think of who has too much starting pitching. Like, who just has an influx of, like, starters. Can you fleece the Mets again? Can you steal from them another pitcher? That is the question I have for you. Because if, and that is quite the if, Corona, have you seen them? Who made that mural? Listen, I'm not trying to, like, dunk on you because I'm not a good artist. That mural's horrifying. So you got Jose Abreu. He takes a ball for ball 1. So I'll get ahead of the count. This has got to be a good inning for them. Like, it just has to be. They've got to cook something up here. Chopper by Abreu. Hard throw. Barely gets him, but he does. That's unfortunate. Also, there is absolutely a way that the Mets are that dumb. Have you ever watched them? Chaz, I'm begging you. You can be the hero that Houston needs, my boy. You can do the thing. And you know what? It'd be really cool of you. Chas McCormick, noted good baseball player, gets ahead of the count 2-1. Also, I'm just going to throw it out there. And I'm not trying to be like... I'm not dissing this player at all, because that's insane. And the video the most recent time I talked about this player, I cried in a video. Altuve being 0 for 3 with the pair of strikeouts is not helping. Like, the offense rolls with him, and you'd like him to have gotten on base at one point. Not even for like a sake of, oh, he isn't doing anything for them, but just a morale thing. Like him being 0 for 3 in the dugout with a pair of strikeouts is probably not helping. And so him just, knocking one around like a wiffle ball would help the vibes. And we care about vibes here. Chas McCormick pops one foul. Barely in play. Gosh darn it. Dead offense, yay. Bro. Bro, don't. Don't send us down that path. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, Yainer Diaz has a base hit, because of course he does. Man, isn't it wild what happens when Yainer Diaz gets the start? Isn't it crazy? Yainer's a really good player, guys. No, Bregman also being 0 for 3 is not helping. Like, and that's a part of it. I'm not only going to say, look at the fact that the pitching staff, specifically Fromber and then Montero, have not been great in this game. And honestly, you can even lump Martinez in there because, like, yo, do something. Another base hit. Pena coming through his first base hit of the season. Second base hit. What am I talking about? Diaz over to third. Astros will have runners to the corners for Jake Myers, who has come up with a hit today. Pena's back, guys. Good news. But, like, Tucker's 0 for 2 with a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Altuve's 0 for 3. Bregman's 0 for 3. Like, you have 3 of your big 4 that have combined for no hits and 1 walk. And that's a part of it. Like, that isn't helping. Jake Myers, you look different. So that is another thing I was going to talk about, was John Singleton making the opening day lineup. Good for him. That's super cool. I talked about this when he had the multi-home run game for the Astros last year. John Singleton is a player whose career arc has been very all over the place. And it's just been kind of a struggle. Like, John Singleton might be the most easy Astro outside of Altuve for Astros fans to cheer for. And from an outsider, just the easiest Astro to cheer for. Because, like, he battled to get to a league in 2014. and then was gone until like last year for the Brewers for a little bit, and then was with the Astros for a little bit. Had that multi-home run game, which was just incredible to watch. And he really is, grounds out by the way, he really is just the epitome of like, his achievements are having good games, if that makes any sense. Like, the storyline of John Singleton can be tied up into one really, really fun game. And I just like John Singleton a lot. And now we're going to talk about how weird and dumb that at-bat was. I'm not trying to just eat Joe Espada alive yet. What the hell are you doing? Jake Myers has a home run in this game. And you get 2 aboard for Jake Myers, who has a home run. And then you pull him for John Singleton, who is 1 for 19 as a pinch hitter in his career. What are we doing? That's the weirdest pinch hit. That's the weirdest. What? What? Like, in this game or in general? Because if you mean in general, I don't think he was. Or did that just happen? Presley in the 7th. I'm fine with that. That's fine. Oh. I realized that you were asking a question, Brandon. Sorry. Also fun bit of lore. I probably have. I have never been diagnosed because I don't care all too much. Because usually it's not like it's usually very easily corrected, and if I'm actually trying to read something, I will actually focus on it, but when I'm reading the chat, I'm trying to like get what you're saying and then start thinking about the question or the joke. Not that I'm not paying attention to chat, because I am paying attention to chat, but like I'm trying to move quickly through it. Like, I probably have dyslexia. And so I totally read that as Myers is hurt, not is Myers injured. Because my brain is cooking. No, I have to assume that that was just him thinking, like, yeah, this is a good idea. And it wasn't. That's a double down the left field line for Aaron Judge. Yankees put the go-ahead run in scoring position with no outs. No, that is the weirdest John Singleton pinch hit appearance since... That is the... I'm going to make the Doofenshmirtz meme of, if I had a nickel for every time John Singleton was pinch hit for a center fielder who was raking in that game, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. And now, Abreu suspended. So, probably not. I'm gonna look up John Singleton, because now I'm interested. Did he... Like, what are his splits? That was a righty in the last inning for them, yeah? Like, yeah, Logasaki. There's a base hit. McCormick checks him at third. Runners at the corners with one out for the Yankees. They're actually going to do this, guys. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like... That is a wild thing. Dude. I'm trying to find the platoon thing for Singleton. Because unless it's something crazy, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, he's a worse hitter. Like, a really bad hitter against right-handers. He's got a 834 OPS against lefties and a 530 against righties. And so you bring Singleton in to face a righty over... Can you not? Over Myers, who already had a home run in this game. That just makes no sense, guy. That doesn't make no sense. Like, I don't compute. I don't compute what you are putting up. And so... very early on to ask this question, have we gone from... Because Chandler Rome made a good point on Twitter asking, did, Espada try to steal 3 outs with the Montero move against the bottom part of the lineup? And now I have to ask the question, if that's the case, have the Astros gone from someone who refuses to use modern analytics, who treats like WOBA and expected BA and normal things, have we gone from one end of the spectrum of acting like numbers don't actually exist to the opposite and gone to a guy who might be too cute? I don't... Again, this is one game, and that's probably like a total, like, jackass thing of me to even ask. But it's a question that I feel can be brought up. Dusty Baker got to be hiding under the dugout. Dude. It's crazy. And there's a walk to Volpe. Or Volpe. Bases are once again loaded for the Yankees. The Yankees have had like 50 base runners in this game. I'm not even joking. 8 hits. That is the 8th walk of the game for the Astros. The 8th walk of the game. All right. At least 3. The Yankees have had 17 base runners. Who in the hell is that? Oh, wait, is that my hero? Is that the soon-to-be legend, Taylor Scott? I think it might be, boys. The Taylor Scott season is upon us as he warms without a cap. Wild Thing. Not Corona. They don't even got 12. They've had 17 base runners. All right. I'm gonna need the pillow. I'm going to need the Live Laugh Love pillow. Like, I'm gonna need it. Easy headphones here? Oh, buddy, that's tough. You've got to know. You've got to know that the ASMR comes when they start to do this. Verdugo. McCormick, throw in. If he guns down Judge, oh. Good try. Judge scores. The Yankees have a 5-4 lead. You know what's so bad about this is like, because I got called out a lot last year for like living game to game with the Astros. And, you know, the phrase of, you can't be a prisoner of the moment. Right? That's something I got. The difficult part with making Astros videos is there's 162 games. And, like, there's 162 of them. So there's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of videos to make. So you kind of have to be the prisoner of the moment. Because, like, you just kind of have to, because there's so many games. And, like, if you have a week in baseball, or not even different sport, you know, a week in basketball might be like 4 games. A week in hockey could be 4 games. A week in football is one game. And now, but like in baseball, a week could be 7 games easily. And so it's a lot easier to become a prisoner of the moment for baseball than other sports. Which sounds weird because, like, oh, there's so many more. How would you do? Presley gets a strikeout to finish the inning. That's neat, at least, but, like, good God. And I'm getting to the point here. Like, this is the first game I get to talk about for the season. Like, how can I not just immediately panic? Like, the last 4 times the Astros have played in Minute Maid Park, they've lost. And those were game 1, 2, 6, and 7 of the ALCS. So, like, it isn't even like last year when they blew game 1 of the season and they choked it to the White Sox, because, yeah, they blew it and it sucked. But you know what? At least the last time I talked about them was them winning the World Series. Like, at least there was that. Meanwhile, with this disaster, the last time I talked about them was maybe one of the most depressing videos I've ever made, which followed a Game 6 video where I'm talking about how it's a formality that we're going to lose Game 7. Oh, look, Bichette and Bagwell are there. That's cool. No, they always start terrible. Like, that's nothing new. I said last year they were going to start, like, 13 and 17, I think was my prediction. And they were pretty damn close to that. So, like, I'm not panicked about the fact that they could lose the game. The thing that gets me is that, like, I've not been on the Fromber train in forever. Like, even in that 25 consecutive quality start run, I was like, I don't know, man. You know, it's like the 4th straight game that he gets a quality start, but it's another game of like 6 innings, 3 runs, and gives up like 5 walks. Like, are we really talking about this guy like he's a star? He's just kind of there. And then last year, he was pretty just straight up not good. And then in the postseason, he sucked. Like, there's no polite way to put it. And now, you come into this season with a literal all-star caliber rotation on the bench. You're going to have to wait for them to come back. I don't think Garcia will this season. And you need Fromber to be the guy, and he just can't. He can't get through a game to start it. Like, it's bad vibes. Has Ellie De La Cruz done anything today? Dude, Chandler Rome is such a Chaz guy. I love it. He keeps receipts, and I love him. Chaz McCormick, who did not start on opening day last season, drills a 2-run single back up the middle for Houston's first runs of the season. All right. We're still here in the fields, guys. Altuve with his first base hit of the season. There we go. Jose Altuve is aboard. Do you extend Tucker? If the options are extend Tucker or Valdez, you extend Tucker. And if the options are Tucker or Bregman, you trade who you don't extend. Listen, here's the thing. And I know people might not like hearing it. If you figure out that you're not, and they know, like they know they're not going to do it. If you know for a fact you're not going to extend Bregman or Tucker, and you know that by the deadline, and you don't trade them, you're just being irresponsible. Like, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Like, if you get to June and you've sent some offers over to Bregman and you can't agree to one, and I'm not talking it's a difference of like $1 million that you might be able to sell Crane on in the offseason. Like, Yordan drills one to not deep enough. Verdugo gets it. Is that Verdugo in left? Like, if you come to the conclusion that, you know, you're $10 million off with Bregman, and you figure that out by June, and you keep him through the season, you're hurting yourself. Because you've spent assets in the past few seasons going out and getting players, going out and getting Graveman, going out and getting Graveman another time, going out and getting Verlander for the second time, going out and all the moves that you've made. Like, they've come at a cost, and it's been worth it because you've been great. You've won You know, hell, since 2017, you've won 4 pennants and you've won a pair of World Series titles and 7 consecutive division titles. It's been worth it. I'm not going to tell you that, oh, it's been a travesty. Like, no, you've done the right thing. But now, Crane, and I appreciate the sentiment that he gave when he said, while I'm here, the window will not close. The best way to keep the window open isn't to sign one marquee free agent. Tucker gets into one deep to left center, caught by Verdugo. Beautiful running snag. That would have tied the game if that gets down. Damn. Dang. No, but like, if you've come to the conclusion that you're not going to do it, you're hurting yourself and your team by not doing it. Because free agents can only take you so far. The Bregman bomb that comes right here is going to hit like crack. Like, you need to just replenish the farm system if you can't resign him. And I'm not saying I'm rooting for that. Bregman lines one. That's a base hit from Breggs. Altuve moves to second. Not bad. All right. You'll take it. That's a $300 million single right there. Sorry, I have to text my my buddy boy. More lore. Actually, no, you don't need Jack lore. The Jack lore will come one day. Is the Alex Bregman season just going to be a collection of that's a $300 million blank right there? I'm fine with it. That's a good joke. I am going to use that. Jose Abreu. My, how I forgot what that contract looks like. Would you do me the honor? Abreu and Jordan are making the same money, by the way, guys. Just thought I'd put that out there. They're actually going to do this. Like, on opening day, nonetheless. They're actually going to do this on opening day, guys. That's crazy. Like, I would have been fine if they would have left this part of it. I mean, you wouldn't have been lying. Wait, this isn't spring training. Nah, bro, because they were up 4-0. Like, who thinks, 4-0, that isn't a safe lead? That's over! It's 4-0 in the second. And then you just... This is the kind of behavior that this is the kind of behavior they've put me into after part of one game. Well, I mean, no, I can't hardly blame them. Have you seen the price of gas recently? It's like $3.80. I know a lot about the gas prices, guys. My new car gets a whole gallon to mile. And I said that correctly, just so we're clear. That's so dumb. That's the most Tigers stat line. You know what? Bregman's got 4 hard hit balls today. Cool. That's cool. Good for him. Here we go, boys. The Taylor Scott arc. We've reached a hell of a moment in time, boys. Oh, he's got a heck of a mustache on him. That's a man I trust to lead this team to victory. Best Astro to wear 50 this month. Without a doubt in my mind. 11-3 was the final in the Baltimore game. Angels really made a comeback. Did Maldi have anything to do today? 0 for 3 with a strikeout. That's Maldi. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, this is mean. This is mean-spirited, to be quite honest with you. Like, if they blow back-to-back multi-run leads on opening day, I swear. How many more walks are we going to give up by the end of the game? All right, boys. The Taylor Scott Masterclass is upon us. He has cooked with getting a first out. I'm going to say they don't give out any more walks. Yeah, I saw that on his reference page. That's super cool. He was born in South Africa. That's super cool. Kidding me? Went to Notre Dame. Is he the first South African Astro player? He is. He is only the second player in Major League history that I can see to be born in South Africa. And he is the first Astro player in South Africa. Oh! Oh, that's even cooler! Okay. So this is just one of those things that's kind of amazing. You don't need to... The fall of a hero. This is one of those things that I just find really funny because it's stupid. So there are 2 South African players in Major League Baseball ever. The first one of them, I'm going to rephrase that, not the first one. He's the second one. So one of them is a guy named Taylor Scott, which are 2 incredibly white names. And the other South African player is Mpho Gift Nogape. Like, can't make it up. You can't make it up. Oi, don't be booing future All-Star, the All-Star Scott. Why is the O lowercase? Wait, chat. Was the O smaller than the T's, or was it just? No, I agree with them that they shouldn't clap for mediocrity, but they gave Fromber a round of applause and standing O. So what changed in 2 innings? Okay, hopefully. Now, do you know the chills when Taylor Scott strikes out Aaron Judge right here? Chills. Chills. Hair will stand on anything. Okay, so the O is definitely slightly smaller than the T's and the C. And I don't see a weird hyphenation or a weird thing in his name. So I have to imagine that that's just a typo from the Fanatics jersey. Oh my god, he did it! He did it! Bang! That's my middle reliever, Taylor Scott. How about that, boys? How about that? Oh, guys, can you believe it? Player of the game, Taylor Scott. Dude. All right, so who's hitting the walk-off for the Astros tonight? I mean, it still kind of is Taylor the Mustache Scott. I mean, it still kind of is. Like, you can't... The Tyler Scott... The Taylor... I bumped the camera again. The Taylor Scott season has begun. It's here. It's here, guys. I'm feeling Pena. Pena is having a solid game. But will he get another chance up at bat? Is really the question. So his last Abreu. So, like, Pena could tie it, but he can't hit the walk-off unless we go to, like, the 10th or 11th. Like, you have to, at some point... I don't even know where I was going with that. I think I was saying words to say words. Like, it's going to be... Dude, do you know how good an Altuve walk-off would be? No, baby. Nope. Sorry. I'm sorry, but no, there's... Chaz McCormick holds up. 3-1 count for Chazzy Fizz. Here we go. We're cooking. Chazzy Fizz is cooking. Chaz McCormick to tie the game would be crazy. That'd be a moment right there. Chaz just got ahead of it. Or just got behind it. That would have been sick. Chaz draws a what? 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 Show me the Carfax. Nah, 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 nah. Okay, that actually was bad. Well, that sucks. All right. Hater is up. Haters up. Haters up. It's happening. It's happening, boys. It's so happening. So some of you will remember longtime viewer of the channel and longtime friend of the channel, Benny, who usually is here on shift currently, texted me when it was 4-0. It was like, good to see that it's looking good, guys. Can't wait. You know, hold down the fort. And brother, brother, I am begging you to call that a ball. All right, Diaz is aboard. I'm trying to think of who all gave up the runs today. It was Montero. Yeah. You're watching me in real time fill in ump selling, bro. Dude, Yainer Diaz has come into the season so pissed off that he wasn't the starter last year. It's kind of funny. Like, that's crazy. That he's come up and is already got a 3-hit game. I'm going to look something up now, and it's only going to make me sad. Pena grounds into a double play. Unfortunate. So, not to... Actually, no. This is absolutely to stir the pot. Martin Maldonado in all of last season had 2 3-hit games, and Diaz has one to start the season. I mean, that's kind of funny. Also, I'm gonna be right back because I don't think it's anything wrong, but I definitely smell something that doesn't smell like it should be. So I'm gonna be right back. All right, boys. I've got a very important... Baba. Oh, ah. We've got Thick Chat back, boys. He's returned. And Josh Hader is pitching.
Is that you and Bubba?
It is me and Bubba, you're correct. No. Corona. That's not what happened. Here's the thing. I'm very stupid. Hi. Can you say hello?
Hello.
Oh. Oh, that's so cute. You say... Can you... Yeah. Hader gets Giancarlo Stanton. His first career at bat as a Astro is a strikeout. How about them apples?
Down.
You want down?
Wow.
Can you say Go Stros? Can you say Astros?
Vega. Vega.
Can you say Altuve?
George.
Close enough. And he's off. Close enough. Oh, thank you. He do got that. Hello. Hi. Hi. Can you wave at that? You do got popcorn, though. Hey, yo, Clarita. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Yeah. Can you say Go Stros? Come on, please. One of you has to. Yeah! Where's the cat? Mr. Cat is disappeared.
Mr. Cat.
CJ.
CJ.
No. No, that is my niece and that is my nephew. They are not mine. No, bud. I don't even... Bud, you gotta do this thing called talk to women to even think about that. And, who needs women when you have FIP and expected ERA?
Is that me and you?
Yeah, it is me and you. And, yeah, that ain't happening. All right. 2-2 count on Anthony Rizzo for Josh Hader. Does he cook? He cooks so hard. He cooks so hard. Hi, Bubs. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Dude, if Hader strikes out the side in his first at bat and they don't win the game, I'm actually going to lose my mind. Uncle Wes will be very not pleased. Yes, yeah. See, she gets it. She understands it. Like, dude, that would be, I'm going to make a reference to a different sport league, but that would be the Leafs losing the Austin Matthews game where he scores 4 goals in his debut. If they blow it after leading 4-0 and then Hader gets 3 Ks to start his career as an Astro. I had to count 1-2. That was not a good pitch. I will say this. The strike zone has sucked, but it sucked for everybody. So at least we have that. You don't have to be afraid of me, Bubba. Okay, yeah, he does apparently. My mistake. I thought he didn't have to. Anyway, no, the weird smell was not weed. Contrary to what someone said. What happened was, because I'm stupid, and I live in Florida and we have sugar ants, is occasionally, if I get like a baked good, he struck him out. Josh Hader, in his debut, strikes out the side. Holy crap. Dude. What? Dude. You better win. You'd better win. You'd better win. So we're going to have Dubon, Altuve, Jordan. All things considered, not a bad combo. Anyway, occasionally when I get baked goods like a muffin or a biscuit or whatever, and I have a surplus, I'll put them in the oven, like the off oven, because I don't want to just leave it on the counter where an ant is going to get it. So I'll put them in an oven. And it's fine because I was always taught to like check the oven because, you know, sometimes we'll store a pot or a pan or a baked good in there just to keep it safe. And that's not common, I've found in life. And so I was smelling the paper sack the muffin was being held in lighting on fire. So no, there was not the Deval's Latas. It was instead a muffin in a bag. The more you know. Yeah, Corona? Are you laughing at my stupidity of putting paper in the oven or something else? Because either one is valid. All right. Clay Holmes is in. Something else? What happened? Wait, Corona, what happened? Oh! That was way inside. That's not what you like to see. I would laugh at misfortune. No, that's listen, you gotta laugh at misfortune. You should. There's a base hit for Mauricio Dubon, and the Astros have a leadoff runner in the 9th inning. They have the tying run aboard. And up steps Jose Altuve. Now, here's what I'm saying. If Altuve does the thing right here, that would be all-time moment. All-time moment. We could be so back. Like, y'all know that? All-time moment. Shatters the bat. That's so unfortunate. He got... So now, I mean, hey, if Alvarez does it, that works too. Okay. A for effort. You gotta give him credit. He tried so hard, Gleyber Torres did right there. The Astros moved the tying run to second base and the winning run to first base for Kyle Tucker. Here we go. Here we go, boys. This is where they cook. This is where they turn into prime Mr. White. And they cook. I'm here for Alex, you're back! Alex! Alex! All right, bud. Here's Alex. I need you here tomorrow, right? Because I got more lore. I got a lore dump for you. I'm gonna do it tomorrow night because I did it today, and I'm not gonna rehash it. But I need you here tomorrow, Alex. I need you here for the lore dump. We're streaming again tomorrow. I know I said that on the community post, but I'll say it now and I'll say it in the recap video tonight. Like we're coming back tomorrow for another stream, and I need you to be here for the lore dump. Tucker rips one over. Dubon coming to the plate. Out. Immediately gestures to review it. I do have your Twitter. I could do that. I don't know, man. There's something beautiful about explaining in my weird cokehead energy. Why did we send him, by the way? Can I ask that question? Like, what's the point? Why are you sending Dubon? Did he tag him, though? Like, do we have an overhead? Do we have another angle? I'm willing to give them... Like... I'm willing to give them the whole, like, oh, the in-game decisions haven't been good. Okay, hold up. That angle is sketch. That angle, he looked safe. That angle looked like he missed the tag. Also, Verlander ranting in the dugout about why don't we have a camera there is hilarious. I don't know what order he said it in, but he called it something F-bomb, and that's kind of funny. Of why don't we have one straight above the plate, and that's iconic from Bregman, or from Verlander. Dude, from that angle, it doesn't look like he got him. Like, it looks like, from that angle, it looks like he missed the tag. And I'm going to get around to it. I know I've avoided it like 3 straight times. As for the in-game decisions have been so bad, or have not been so good, I'm willing to be like, hey, it's the first game of a new coaching staff, kind of. Like, I know it's pretty much just everyone got promoted up a rank, but, like, I'm willing to forego that, like, hey, you know, everyone's kind of changing their role. They got to get used to it. I'm not ready to. Legitimate question. Did they say confirmed or did they say stands? Bregman, simply end it. Not like you end it, but just like, you know, end it like bang, bang, home run. You know, that kind of end it. What are you doing here? Old dog has wandered out. And under my desk. Bregman grounds out, and the game is over. And the Astros successfully, in the first game of the season, have blown a 4-0 lead to the New York Yankees. That's not how you want to start the season. That was not a $300 million play. It's going to be a hot minute before I come back for the... It's going to be a little bit before I come back with the recap, but that'll be out probably around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. That sucked. So recap will be out in a little bit. We'll be back tomorrow with another stream for the game tomorrow night, 8:10. That's such a bad way to end the first game, man. That's such bad vibes. So, recap tonight. Stream tomorrow.
Hi.
Hi. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Yep, we'll be back tomorrow, guys, with another stream, and we'll be back with a recap in a little bit. Just bad vibes. Just bad vibes. I mean, the stream was good vibes, but the game was bad vibes.